282 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on still with the number guessing game project. So we are getting somewhat close. It's not the prettiest project that we've got. We still have quite a bit of polishing, but we are starting to near the end of the actual functionality of tying in all the different aspects and features we want. So let's open up our example for what we're shooting for. As always, this is what we're aiming for, and this is what we're currently dealing with. Ta-da, be-diddy-doo-doo. Oh, no, that's the JavaScript. Just kidding, just kidding. We want to copy the HTML file. That's what we want to bring up. Okay. Like so. What are those? That's not helping anyone. And you know what? Since it's the same file name, we can just do HTML. So, ta-da, be-diddy-dee-dee-dee. Now, let's open up Vue. What do we want to look for? The JavaScript console. Nice, nice. There's that. Way cool. So, first things first, we get to sort out. We're going to aim and shoot for a shorter stream, hopefully 25, 30 minutes tops. I know that's not a lot of time to make progress, but we're looking to keep it nice and brief for tonight's stream. So, our main goal is to tackle the if, else, potentially nested if situation we've got going here. Now, we can compare it to this. Hey, Topher. The man himself. How's your evening going? Hopefully you had a decent Columbus Day. No, what is it? Is it officially no longer Columbus Day? Indigenous Peoples Day? Is that what it was converted to? I'm not really sure which one is the more accurate one. I don't know if that's just a preferential change or if that was an official change. But nevertheless, hopefully your Monday was bitchin' regardless. So, ours was decent. Mostly filled with rigorous house cleaning, but we removed many layers of cat hair from many different rooms, which is always a step in the right direction, especially when you're allergic to animals. So I can kind of breathe. There's a lot of hacking and dying involved in that process. I think I'm still reaping from all of the odd things I accidentally inhaled, but whatever, we're used to it. Aside from cat death, we are trying to deal with the proper loopiness. Not loopiness, but we'll call it filtering. What to do. In a perfect world, one can throw out a number. Lets us know it's too low. This lets us know it is too high. And what we're hunting for is somewhere in between 74. Damn, we actually got pretty close. Still a loss, but not too bad. 72. So from there, this is what we've got going on. Now, we want to return. Even though people are more likely to fail than guess the number correctly, we really only need to worry about, and I was confused thinking about it yesterday, I thought I should address the fact that everyone was gonna die, but that's not the case. This would be sort of like the opposite of a switch case, where the default is your safety net that catches everything, and you're hunting for those few specific scenarios. We need to start with sort of the most specific scenario as the general condition. I think at least one of those. We've only got a couple. We've couple scenarios we need to identify. That's after 3 guesses. If they've hit 3 guesses, they get hit with a try again. And the other one is if they guess the right number, they get the play again option. And there's on a Venn diagram, my concern is if they guess the right number on the 3rd guess, right? That's the trick. That is what we are hunting for. That cross point. When does that one need to trigger? So, with that said, I can't remember if I shuffled all of this stuff around last night. If it's actually sitting in the right place. It may be, it may not be. We have try again. We've got our submit button over here, which we will move eventually, but in the meantime, we've got our submit button. We also have our try again button and our play again button for when they win. Try again is for losers, play again is for winners. Currently, try again and play again are invisible, which is fine. Submit is sitting there with block. And we are changing. We've got variable button S, which is submit, and we will convert it to none. And then we also have variable button try again, which we are converting, updating to block. And then we've sort of got the same song and dance for button again, converting that to none, and then button play again, button PA, converting there. So, how do I want to do this? We should do try again only has one Topher. Try again and play again effectively do the same thing, right? Yes, they do the same thing. Which makes me wonder if I can just return one button and then swap out the text for it. You could have one button and change its text depending on the situation. I think that would simplify things. Yes, that's true. If blank, else that. Although my concern is that the text, even if it were one button, the logic to implement the right text would still have to filter through the same thing. The only thing that I can sort of highlight as the difference between the two, try again and play again, is that play again would actually surface twice or under 2 conditions. Once if they get play again, or if they guess the correct number early on the 1st or 2nd guess, and then there's also if they guess play again correctly on the 3rd guess. And then there's only try again, which is if they lose and they make it to 3 guesses without guessing it. Although if I set up the logic for that, once I have that dealt with, I can simplify the buttons and just change the text from there. We'll see how this goes. So we've got our first if. If they guess... I want to do that. If they guess the right number, copy, paste. If they guess the right number, But do all of this. Else, if they guess the right number and this is the difference. This is where my lack of clarity last night was struggling. Guesses equal, so if they guess the right number, we will change play button and stuff. Copy, play again, like so. Right? Yeah. Play again, and play again. Both of these have winning factors involved. Maybe it should be guesses 3 at the top, because that's a single thing. If they reach 3 guesses, this should run. If they guess 3 guesses, if they guess incorrectly 3 times, try again should run. That should be the blanket statement. If they do 3 guesses and they guess correctly, play again should run. Otherwise, that means they guessed correctly and else would run? Sounds weird and stupid. Let's take this. Actually, I think it's fine. I think it's perfect the way it is. Let's give this a shot. Right now. Oh, Steven, you confused bastard. Why? This is why it's only going to be a 25-minute stream. Or 30-ish minutes, depending on where we land, and emotionally if we're ready to throw in the towel. But, fingers crossed. Brief stream nonetheless. So we've got 10 as our random number. Let's do 4. Submit. 4 is too low. 6 is too low. And 10. Submit. Play again. Cool. We've got 1 button appearing. That's nice. Yet again from the top. So play again is for winners. Let's do this again. We will do 1 guess. My concern is that it isn't taking place in the else. I almost feel like I should move the whole second set into the else. Yeah, that's crazy talk. Oh, I can move the bottom portion of the second if into the else. Aha! That's what I should do. See, watch this. So, this will be fine. 1, run, right? That's low. And now we change it to 7. So 2, I think it should change to play again. Damn. Something about that. And then let's find out. Oh yeah, we don't have any click events tied to the button yet. I keep tricking myself. We'll do stuff. So, and really, I think maybe we will just convert to 1 button and just swap out the text, because I think that will simplify things. We just need to pinpoint the if statement logic. Just sort of visually, I'm suffering, but that's alright. We are in a far better mental state than last night. 5. So what happens when we get 3 wrong. When we guess correctly on the third number, it functions right. When we get the correct number early, it returns both, which is sad. So now we need to test getting all 3 wrong. 1 and 2 and 3. Big money, what happens? Still submit. That's weird. So it's our fault, which makes sense. The fact that getting the... It's interesting because it's the cross-section that we have correct, which is weird. At least I find that strange. We guess the number correctly, and it's on the third guess, and it's returning just the single play again button. And the try again isn't running. Maybe this is what we should do. Yeah, let's remove the else from inside the if and shimmy that outside. I think that might solve a lot of our issues. Because if the number's correct, it will just do that on the first run through or the second run through. Otherwise, if they never guess the correct answer, it will dump over to try again. This all feels so flawed. I blame myself. Damn. Topher, you're confusing yourself because your code is confusing. Remove the redundancies with element section and logic. Try writing your logic out and playing English first. I agree. I'm destroying everything. Okay. So. Sense. Like so. Good. Beautiful. Alright. Element section. Sure. I don't like legitimate element section, like type those letters out. We can do that. Element section. Like so, perhaps. Maybe I need to Google it. Have I ever element sectioned before? Maybe I'm crazy. Get element. Oh! Element selection. Not section. Bad Stephen. Confused bastard. My bad. Selection. Caps. Aha. There we go. Much nicer. Wait, what the deuce? Yes, these guys. The ones I'm trying to pull. Although I wonder if I should write it out trying to solve for one button that I switch the text for. Although, yet again, as I had mentioned before, I don't think that's going to change anything, because I still need to do the same if-else somehow chain of logic to filter out whether to use try again or play again, or whatever two phrases I end up with, versus having two individual buttons. So yeah. You only need to select the button once and store a reference to the element in a variable. Agreed. Agreed. So we can just call it again. That would work. Get rid of our second button, and we'll just call it the again button. Eh? Instead of having document.get element by ID whatever multiple times in your code, or the hashtag whatever element, do the following. Oh, I should just be setting up variables and do it once. That way I don't have to keep rebirthing each one. Interesting. Aha. Okay. You only need to select the button once and store the reference. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so we'll just take it this first time. You're right, button S equals this. So copy. Variable is button submit, and change this, copy the now simplified. Oh, we'll just call it button A. That works, button A. And it will just be again. Maybe you should have it lowercase again. Yeah, fingers crossed lowercase again is what we're looking for. Again, and button. So there's that. Let's also clean up our CSS. Oh, this is already making things easier. I can feel the stress melting away, simplifying the code. Good. Good recommendation, Topher. Okay, so all of this... No, I don't mind that. Yeah, that's our little alarm thing. That's a stupid alarm. We're gonna keep pushing ahead. We will try to make it brief, but now that we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, everything doesn't hurt as much. So let's get rid of this noise. That can die. What else can go straight to hell? That can go away. So wait, hold on. What do we need to... All of the variable ones. That can die. This can die. That doesn't need to be alive anymore. Same with all of those. Ta-da! Much cleaner. Much cleaner. And... button S, and followed by button A. Followed by... And again, the if logic will get shifted around as well. I'm just trying to clean up initially. Okay, so there we go. Cool. Cool. Everything's good. Topher, I have another good one if you want it. Hell yeah, go for it. We are always open to suggestions. So, writing it out in English. We have 3 guesses. Three guesses. Alright, a priest and a rabbi walk into a bar, right? So, what needs to happen from there? Your average user is going to attempt something and they're going to lose. Not that we want them to lose, but more likely than not, they're gonna lose. So they fail, kind of. Yeah, they fail. So they need to try again. They need to try again. Yay. Alright, so, trying again. Fantastic. Okay. We've got 3 guesses. They fail. They need to try again. When they try again, let's start from the top. They have another 3 guesses. This is one outcome. Their second life they get to live. They guess it on the 3rd try or one of the first 2. They go through all 3 and they suck. Did they guess correctly? God, how do I... I wish... Maybe I don't need to check for 2 different play agains. You know? Maybe it's just... one giant play again umbrella. And try again. But do I do play again first? Or try again first? Let's see. Comment stuff from Topher. Alright, news. News from the Empire. You only need to select the button once. Store reference to an element variable. Good, good, good. Instead of having document whatever multiple times in your code. Okay, yeah, gotcha. So we clean that noise up. Topher, I have another good one if you want. You already have a button on the page, the submit button. Yes, that is true. So you could just reuse that button and change the text and style and click handler for the button. Interesting. Interesting. So, since we are already just kind of heading in that direction of updating the element itself, we just tackle on another 1 or 2 things to swap out in addition to swapping the text instead of juggling 2 buttons or 2 outcomes for our again and having them separate. We could pump all 3 buttons into one and then change them accordingly. I could do that. I could do that. And you know, the style, we actually don't have to change the style. The only thing we need to change is a display. Or, no, hell, we don't even need to change display because we're just changing the text of it under the conditions for that element. And whatever other properties are necessary. Fascinating. Fascinating. We should consider that. Going to a one-button system that still doesn't remove the if-else. We are still faced with the same tragic logic breakdown that we'll all piece together soon, but we'll get there. So, but one button paradigm. Let me warm up to the idea. It feels right. I just need to come to terms with it. Okay, you already have the one button. Do that. Topher, and essentially narrowed down to 2 checks. Did the user guess correctly? And has the user run out of guesses? You're right, it really doesn't matter if they've reached 3. I don't need to have guesses equals 3 for try again. I need to have is guesses more than 3? Greater than 3. I don't know. Or I could just have one button again and solve that. A little weird, but good to know. Also, Topher, speaking of which, did you see the new Star Wars trailer? I did see the new Star Wars trailer. Not too bad. Kind of excited. I don't think it was the shock and awe and excitement wasn't as gripping as seeing the Force Awakens trailer, but that was just mostly due to hype for the beginning of the new trilogy. I think I'm definitely far more interested in this one since Force Awakens was just a rehash of episode 4, but mostly. So I'm interested in seeing how this second movie turns out. I can't believe, I know they were trying to get 3 different directors for each movie, and J.J. Abrams did Force Awakens, which was still tons of fun. I don't mind the fact that it was sort of, they had to start from scratch, basically. Not quite scratch, but, you know, they can't just double. I mean, I guess they could have dove into a new story straight from Force Awakens, but they needed to bring people in after however long the break period has been in the Star Wars franchise, to get people up to speed, and sort of like the pilot episode of a show. There's a lot of groundwork to be laid out. So they've got limited time establishing foundation and dealing with new story stuff. So I think the second movie, they can just continue on with new stories, so that should be interesting. But anyways, from the director standpoint, they're going to have a different director for each of the movies, and J.J. Abrams is going to do the third one. At that point, I know it happened too late in the cycle. I wish he would have just done all 3. I think it would have smoothed out the feel of all the movies, because now forever, all history and time, this middle movie is going to be the middle child with a different director out of these 3. It's going to be JJ. I'm not familiar with who the current director is off the top of my head for The Last Jedi. And then it'll be J.J. Abrams again for the third movie, so inconsistency sandwich. Not looking forward to that, at least mentally. But wow, good movie tangent. Not like great quality, but you know, we had a tangent nonetheless. So back to our logic issue. But yes, we did see it. We're excited. Happy Steven. Should be fun. Fingers crossed, of course. Fingers crossed. Now, what were we trying to tackle Ah, yes. You're going through. They've got 3 guesses. And we are checking. Well, that's or. We'll just do 1/. We are checking for either 3 guesses. Have they guessed 3 times? And did they guess the right number? In my mind, it seemed like a Venn diagram. 3 guesses, followed by the middle of our Venn diagram, followed by guessed correctly, and in the middle, both. They guessed correctly on the 3rd try. But I don't think I need a separate scenario for that. It all lives within guessed correctly, right? If they guess correctly at any point, it returns that. And the only time the try again will run is if they failed all 3 guesses. Yeah. Good. Alright, so our second outcome is the following. Oh, number two. Was, so they fail, or they win. And they play, get to, quote unquote, play again. So that's 1, and we should throw this in quotes. Play again. Alright. I guess we should say yay for down here. Although, you know what? That's more of a philosophical look on life. I am, don't really care about winning. Opportunities to succeed after failure. Keep trying. This has basically been the theme of our stream for the last 280 plus days. Is failing hard and showing up tomorrow, regardless. That is us. So, hell yeah. Yay stays with the failure side of things. So, yeah, we are faced with only 2 outcomes. Topher was right. Topher was indeed right. So we've got 3 guesses and guessed correctly. Triple failure, a winner eventually. So, Hey, we'll get it. We're bad with usernames, but sound it out, Steven. Kimmel? Kimmel. Maybe it's an acronym. We're gonna go with Kimmel. What's your logic issue? Kimmel? Damn. No, you won't get it. No one ever does. Can I get... Can I get a phonetic breakdown? Maybe it's okay. If no one else is gonna get it, I'm happy to be no one. I mean, I'd like to get we can simplify it. We can do our go-to guess for usernames we can't pronounce, which is simply taking the first letter of the username and putting Captain in front of it. So you can be Captain K. Mol. And Captain K it is. Good. Alright. Okay, so what's your logic? Board scrub appears. Yes, yeah, guess correctly on the 3rd try really doesn't matter. Oh, the middle section. You're right. The middle portion of our Venn diagram was meaningless. Good to know. E I Keyamol. Keyamol. That's what it is. Three bits to it. Keyamol. Keyamol. We're gonna have to get that tattooed on our forehead for us to remember that. Okay, logic stuff. Let's do this. Topher was saying, set up the stuff with the things. Single button universe is what we're gonna live in. So, a single button will live right here. Do we want to leave it as submit? What if I just call it button? I should call it button. Its ID will be button. Henceforth, he will be knighted Sir Button. Yeah, that's a little too grand for a generic button that's going to have its title replaced every 6 minutes. Submit and button, which means this also changes. Do we need to have the ID as button? That really doesn't seem unique. Do we even need the ID anymore? Well, we need, damn. Yes, we need to keep the ID because that is how we're going to reference it in JavaScript. See, the get elements, the thing, people do that. So here, button will be submit. We can clean up our CSS even further. We actually don't need any of this noise anymore. We can have display as block though, out of the gates. Cut, paste, close, or delete. We will save this. Command save. Oh, also, use /* for multi-line comments, please. Definitely, will do. My concern, the reason why I don't have the comments commented out is because the gray text, it makes it harder for people to see. And myself, I kind of like having the color differentiation for stuff, just visually. That's all, but that's just sort of a quick little thing. But yeah, eventually it will get commented out. We throw our multi-line comments in all the time. So that's good. AEML into Google Translate and press sound. My username. Okay, we're actually gonna do that. And Topher, here's a little breakdown of the flow of the game. One user inputs a number. Two, button is clicked to submit a guess. 3, validate user input. Check guess. Has user run out of guesses or guesses the correct number. Change the form display if necessary. Log the guess history, and when the game is over, allow the user to play again. Then reset the game. Alright, we are going to save that. You're going to save that. That is good. There's our friend. Also, don't mind me, a brief. Oh. Google Translate. Alright, prepare to be amazed, Stephen. Prepare to be amazed. Oh. Emo. Okay, good, good. This is like that scene from Wall-E, but with Eva, except this is just one of the handful of viewers we've been fortunate to have. Emil. Emil. Eva. That's all I can think of. Love Wall-E. Oddly enough, I really relate to him. Probably not surprising. Alright. Good times. Good times. That was helpful. Emil. Good, good, good. One more. Emil. Okay, okay, just for comfort. There's that. At least, I'm going to count that as today's progress. Cleaning up, stripping down our 3 buttons back down to 1, cleaning up our CSS, and just better coming to terms with our JavaScript issues, and being able to pronounce Emil's name. So yeah, good times. Alright, so, Topher. I finished up the examples for the next few projects today. Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited for you to get to the random user project, so hurry up. Oh, Jesus, how far is the random project? Random user project. Refresh. What is that? Okay, alright. Random user generator isn't too far away. Fingers crossed we are close-ish. I'm sure we've already exceeded the time limit for number guessing game, but to each his own. We'll get there. Fingers crossed we'll get better day by day. Coin toss, magic 8 ball, and then random user generator. So everyone set your sights out for that. Storm's coming, but we'll get there. We will get there. In the meantime, number guessing stuff. Try again just lives there. Noted. Noted. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? The next little bit, as Topher mentioned in his quick breakdown of the flow of the game, here's a little breakdown of the flow of the game. 1. User inputs a number. 2. Button is clicked to submit guesses, validate user input, check guesses. Has the user run out of guesses, or have they guessed the correct number? Have they run out of guesses? That seems very... what's the word I'm looking for? It seems just like a regular if-else. Have they done this? And yeah. Emil, Emil. Oh yeah, it gets easier when you don't worry about it and you just throw your username out there. Good call. Topher, are you an instructor or private tutor or what? No, Topher's a god. That's what Topher is. He's been instrumental in the last 280 plus days. So we've lucked out on all of the support we've received. So that's all. He's been here basically since the beginning. I don't know how, but somehow he's got the patience to deal with my nonsense. But we are definitely appreciative of it. So good times. Tackling the problem at hand. First things first. So you know what? Let's actually take that. Let's do it as a quick little like checklist. How cool would that be? We can cross things off as we do it. As we do it. Dee 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 dee. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee. Loading, loading, loading. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. Copy this. Copy this. Copy. Very good, very good, very good. Here. Oh dear God. We didn't plan for that. Of course you didn't, Steven. You don't plan for anything. This. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. And 1. Okay, okay. Good times, good times. You can actually get rid of this. Let's do... you can't help but notice the lagginess. Yeah, yeah. It's brutal. Let me close out of looking behind, so I'm not streaming my own stream. As I'm looking behind at the Twitch dashboard, hopefully that solves some stuff. Still, even after 280 days, trying to smooth out the audio, but we'll get there. We'll get there. One travesty at a time. Now, user inputs a number. Check. Let's comment that out. 1. We've got that. We're golden. They throw the stuff into the input, and it gets dumped over here via submit guess. Totally cool. All good there. Good on the guessing front. Now, 2. A button is clicked to submit a guess. Yes, that is part of that whole process. So, we probably need to update our button functionality. So we had submit, the button is ID, or the ID of button is now button, not submit. I should look for that. Submit guess. That's guess. This is all of this. That goes to returned. The on click event is now button. Or submit guess. Okay. Here we have just one. Yet again, I don't like it, but we've got repeat character variable names. Button, the ID is button too. At least for now. And now it's just button. And we'll get rid of this because we don't have the 2 anymore, so no more simplifying. Let's see, what do we end up having? This. That. If else, we've got a function. An if statement. I think one of these should go away. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, our conditions. We had 2 conditions. Alright. 2 conditions. We will need to take... no, let's just keep going down the checklist, right? That's a good thing to do. Not freaking out and focusing on the checklist is a good idea. Okay. Comment stuff. Leonardo da Vinci LSX, your voice is very soothing. Good, I think, hopefully. Well, I get, yeah, soothing is a good term. Yeah, well, you have to put no homo at the end of that, or we make assumptions. That's fine. Prefaced or not, we'll take it. We'll take it. Donka, thank you, and also welcome to the stream. Alright, so wait, validate user input. Okay, validate user input. I know we're past that point. We're definitely down to this section checking for stuff, but the actual validation is where we're comparing, right? That's the if, and then returning it. That's this whole process. Guess equals the get element, get the value by ID, compare the guess to the random number. This is the validation. So this if statement is what's happening. This is the whole validation process. So that's good. So we definitely do have that. So that was 3. 4, check guess. Has the user run out of guesses, or have they guessed the correct numbers? So that's where I should be putting the if statement. So guesses. Using guesses, which is 0. Check guess. Has the user run out of guesses, or have they guessed the correct number? If you what did we have before? It was guesses equals 3. Which means we can copy. We don't even need the else. We don't need the else. We can do another if, just like so. Copy. Paste that right in here. The else can go die in a hole. If guess is correct. Otherwise, if blank blank blank. Wait. Yes? No. Yes? Fuck it. We're gonna do else if. Thug life. Deal with it. I don't know how to wrap my mind around what to do if we don't have that. Copy. If they guess the right number, this will happen. Otherwise, guesses equals 3. Yeah. Good. Although that's not going to work, because then what happens if it's the right number? Maybe it does need to be nested. Screw it. What's happening in chat? Alright, so Topher. Validate as in wait. Leonardo, can we learn some math? Like, fucking teach me some pre-calculus with your voice. Topher, validate as in. Is the input actually a number? Oh, that's what you were talking about down here in the extra credit section. Add form validation to ensure the input field is not blank. The guess submitted is a number. They guess between your specified range of numbers, and of course, that the user has not run out of guesses. So that's just sort of a whole combination of things. We've only got just a tiny portion of that, which is right here. If guesses is still less than 3. So we've got a lot more to tack on to that input field. We will remove that in the meantime. 1/, we'll do 1/ because we can. Now we should focus on 4. Leonardo. Oh, he's a Mac user. That's a turn off. Linux also sucks. Mac is superior to Windows in nearly every way. Topher. Mac is superior to Windows in nearly every way imaginable for web development. Interesting. Leonardo, I do music production. Sorry, B. Music production's cool. Camille, except for the fact that it's a Mac. Topher, well, that too. Okay. Mac is subjecting yourself to the will of Apple. True. People bash on Mac. Have no idea why. Wait, who the. Oh, Leonardo. Who the fuck is sleeping behind him? that's my fiance. Which we were supposed to end this stream like 25 minutes ago. Oh, dear God. We'll get there. We'll put an end to this nightmare soon. I just want to make a little bit more progress. Because Mac has way fewer programs. 95% of anything you can think of will run on Windows. Not true. Games maybe. Outside of that, not really. Apple sheeple. Z select me. Who said Linux sucks? That's fantastic. Dear God. Topher, hating on Mac for no legit reason. Leonardo, I thought you were like 15. What the? Well, you know, mental age. I'm probably still like 12 for sure. But yeah, I think due to genetics, I definitely look on the younger side of life. So, but that's okay. As I begin to age, I don't mind. Youth can cling to me as long as it would like to. Alright. Linux, Mac, then Windows, except for servers where except for servers where it goes Linux, Windows, and then Mac. Interesting breakdown. What are we trying to do? We are dealing with our logic stuff. We were right there. Now that we've simplified it and we're down to a single freaking button that we're trying to manipulate. About time. We have our button. I'm totally drawing a blank on what we were going to do to that button. But code stuff, for lack of a better phrase, code stuff. Sure, that'll work. Copy. Oh, right. Button is going to change. Dee 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 dee. Something about something. Code stuff. Code stuff. La da 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 dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. We were gonna change it. We were gonna change something about button. Death, 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 death. So, document get element by ID. Oh, I remember what it was. I remember what it was. It was button dot document get element by ID copy. It was a weird one. I think it was button document get element by ID button dot style, right? Or was it dot property? I think it was dot style. And then we were doing stuff to it. I think it was something like display. But we don't want to change display. And in fact, I don't even think we want to change the style of it. We want to change the text. Yeah. Stuff about the things and such. We don't actually want to change the style because we've got our one button. We want to keep it there. Similar to 42, 17, and 68? No, 91. Cool, cool. So, ta-da, see, the button stays. I know it shimmies over a little, but that's because the input field goes to hell. We should get rid of the do we need to get we don't need to get rid of the input field. We should get rid of the input field. So the input field, that's what we can do. We can add an input field, right? Yeah, input. Put to display stuff. Display stuff. Display stuff. Block. We'll have it as block in the meantime. It's just a placeholder. It's just a placeholder. But the input field disappears, and I like that. I like removing any potential part of the interface that they could misclick or deal with and extract that. Just remove that so it's not a potential issue. Kind of like having both the submit button and the try again button. I don't want them to be able to click submit button randomly for no reason after the game is finished. There's no need for the submit button to be there. I just want to try and focus on making it sort of just the essentials, which again, this is a perfect example of kind of what I'd like to achieve. So same song and dance. Now, we will need to shimmy submit at some point, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So, what was I doing? Oh, right. Command, save. Which means, how do I tell it to update the text? Well, when we do have stuff happening over here, this, if you look at the element, that is the text in between. 1 is too low, 2 is too low, and 3 is too low. So right now the text of the button is submit in all caps. So we can do that. We can totally change that. It'd be the same song and dance that was happening above with the paragraphs. And yeah, good. All right, let's do this. What's going on in chat? So many comments. Oh, command line. That is a scary place for a noob like myself. Dear God. All right. So, well, if you want to do anything useful on Linux, you have to use command line. So, and if you want to do even basic version of Microsoft Word, you have to bribe your Windows friends to use their computers. Command line is bay. Command line git is bay. Command line and open programs instead of clicking is stupid. Cecil. You do. I just use LibreOffice, regardless of OS. Also, like Libre? 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 One of those. Topher, it's faster than moving my hand from keyboard to mouse. Really? I use a tablet pen. I can type and hold at the same time. Oh, that's interesting. This challenge would be a lot easier if you wrote all of the logic code and stuff separate from the interface code. Yeah, I should probably do that. I should probably do that. You do web development on a tablet? I replaced my mouse with a Wacom tablet. Interesting. Cecil, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Pretty sure troll. Just cause I don't like Linux equals troll. No, just your over response to most things so far. Your, my point exactly. Interesting. Interesting. Well, either way, we learned his username, so that was fun. It was good. We've got that. And a handy tip, I guess I could use that for anyone's username, although I don't think it would phonetically print it out like he was so kind to do prior to that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Well, right, we're continuing on trying to solve changing the stuff. So we were looking, this is changing the text of the button, similar to the paragraphs text that we are changing. We can kind of replicate that same process over here. Now we had variable new paragraph, so now we can call it a new text or something. A new p append child, and we do document get element guesses blank. So if I want to do that same song and dance again, but for button, I don't want to create a new element. I want to leave the new element, but I do want to create button text. Yeah. We'll call it btext. Not a great variable name, but it'll work for now. So btext, we can append. God, I hope that works. I sincerely hope that works. Copy. btext. So here, create text node or return, which was all of that noise. Damn. What if... So instead of returned, and it wouldn't be new p, it would just be button, pen child, btext, returned. Oh, that's it's the words, they're not there, but it's right here. The answer's there. See this, but with this if for returned. Tiny cat, little kitty, I love you, but you're gonna have to move. A lot of crises happening, and death. So don't you step on those buttons. I'm gonna move you, because this is a dangerous place for tiny cats to be. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Kitty crisis averted. Alright. What happened to the play and try again buttons? Missed most of today's stream. It turned into one button. Yes. He decided to reuse the Smith button instead. Not the most organized approach. It's alright. I don't mind. Visually, it kind of simplifies things, and I think mentally, at least for me, I'd rather deal with all the chaos of figuring out the logic that needs to be replaced for one button versus having all that noise on the front end. I don't know if it's noise, but in my mind it kind of is. But that's all. Okay. Leonardo. Okay, going to bed, night nerds. Thank you again, Leonardo, for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. For your visit and view and all of that stuff. Little kitty. No, no, no. You're a cat. Just be a cat somewhere else. But it reduces Topher, but it reduces complexity and limits scope at least. And yeah, I could agree with that. Some of that. So what is the next thing I can do? Oh, I can tell. I already know we're gonna end up having to pull the plug eventually tonight, like last night, but I think simplifying the code helped somewhat. Anyways, we were doing the if stuff. Instead of return, it will be gonna be button something. We need to come up with what the hell returned is. Variable returned. I guess we should kind of mimic that as well. So in returned, we'll have change button. Change. Yes. Different. New. New button. New B. Oh, it'll be new B. Get it? Which kind of follows the new paragraph stuff. But the variable names. Yeah, yeah. See there. We figured it out. New B. We'll call it new button. It's easier. Button small. Paragraph was a giant word. We didn't want that noun running around aimlessly. So new something or other. Variable new button. Oh, B's so nice though. Dumb idea. Button. We'll shorten it if we need to. We can shorten it if we need to. So new button will just be a thing, a placeholder. It will be a placeholder. Kind of like returned. So if blank blank blank, it all goes through this and then it gets used in the if. New button equals blank. Yeah, new. We can do new button text. Yeah, we'll just... Oh, no, we'll call it button text. We'll do... That's exactly what it'll be. There's no need to have a special variable here. Button text is exactly that, because that's what it is. Copy. There's that. Button text. And then we'll have our if statement for whatever it needs to be. So here, button, document, get ID, button, we don't need to do style. And in fact, we should change that to B text. This is getting messy. This is getting messy. Topher. Oh, changing the button text can be done with text content or inner HTML. I mean, I didn't need to set up this friggin' labyrinth of confusion? Dear God. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Well, that means we can just do button document get element. And, hell, maybe we don't even need button. What if we just do document get element by ID button dot inner HTML or text content? I like text content. Although we used inner HTML somewhere. I just don't recall where, but we did at some point use it briefly. Text content. For the first one, okay, button dot text content. I don't even need to do document get element by ID and all of that stuff. Interesting. Oh, because I already set button up as document get element ID. Aha, I did the hard work of this already. So it's just button. Interesting, because it used to be submit. It used to be submit. Yeah, okay. Okay. The button text content play. Note there's a difference if you have any formatting inside your button, like paragraph ABC. .inner HTML replaces the paragraph tags to, oh yeah, to those squiggly, stupid string elements. Right, right. We've seen that. That's, where did we have that lesson? I think that was one of the last lessons we did at Free Code Camp recently. Dealing with the inner HTML stuff and all this special character strings or phrases, whatever they're called. Good times, good times. So play again. Followed by, you know what, let's do all caps. Play again. Name, song, and dance. Wait. Nope, equals. Equals. Semicolon. Copy. And try again. Now, one of these belongs in one place if they've had 3 guesses. They should try again. If they've had 3 guesses and they win, I think I finally figured it out. If they have 3 guesses and they win... Oh, I think I finally got it. I can see it now that it's so much more simple. Play again and watch this. We'll move this inside. Copy or cut. So see this? We have our basic if-else, right? Right? But inside the if, we have this. Play again. So if they reach 3 guesses, they have to try again. If they reach 3 guesses, but... Oh, maybe we need to twink that just a bit. If they have 3 guesses, but if they've got it right, they should play again. Else... Play again? Maybe... Maybe I should have kept else if. It's those 2 things, but those 3 scenarios. The 3rd scenario doesn't matter. Because it's... Did they have the 1, 2, and 3? for losing is try again if you never got it. If you get... If you guess it within the first two, that's one thing. But my concern is if they guess it correctly on the third guess. I'm just trying to balance where I put that. Fuck. That logic thing, I just can't connect the dots. It's like I'm trying to solve, like, an invisible Rubik's Cube. Not invisible, but, like, an imaginary one. It's not... Ugh. Death. I mean, it's here. I can see that, but... Damn, damn, damn. You know, I was really hoping the last, like... 2.5, or what, let's see. Yeah, 2.5 decades of playing The Legend of Zelda would have somehow attributed to being able to mentally solve basic if-else statements, which it kind of has, but it feels like one of those specific rooms in whatever favorite Zelda game you may hold dearest. That room that you could never figure out, and that's what it's a basic one. After 280 plus days, we've dealt with many if-else statements, and usually we can crack them. But it's just the right fit. Death. Alright. TML, you can just do if guess equals the random number. So if they guess correctly, play again. Else if guesses equals 3, try again. Okay. That would work. I guess I got cold feet before I tried to piece together my else-if statement that I just got rid of. You're totally right. Oh, yeah, and Zero Love, why not do else-if? Okay, you're right, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun too early. Bad Steven. So, play again. For that, versus try again. For this, and have else if. For guesses equals 3. And guess equals random number. I don't know why I struggled seeing that for so long. Maybe I'm just too close to the project. Maybe it's because I keep coding after midnight. What? It's been an hour and a half. It's now 1:24. I want to do like a 25-minute stream. It's now been an hour and 25-minute stream. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Okay, let's comment this out for now. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let's save. I feel like I've got so much. I don't even need this anymore. What did I have? Button text, B text, but all of this is just totally unnecessary. Document, child, return. That's all. That seems fine and fair. We have input. We can add in blocking out input later. That's a nightmare for another day. And we have button. Let's save and try this. See if we can land this bird. If not, the nightmare continues tomorrow, right? Alright. Here we go, here we go. Update. Let's do 3. We've got 1. 5. Submit. And let's do 9. We'll try and get it right. Can we get it? No, let's just do it. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Let's just do 7. We'll get it wrong. Run it. Aha! It works. Okay, that's one scenario. 3 wrong guesses. We have a single try again button. Awesome, awesome. I think this might work. I think the nightmare is over with. Refresh. Guessing. 1. Submit. Wrong. 3. Submit. Wrong. And then 2. So this will be the correct guess on the 3rd number. You guessed correctly. Play again. Very cool. Very cool. And the other outcome is getting the correct guess before the third attempt, which really shouldn't matter at this point because we've got just 2 outcomes, blah and blah, but whatever. So there's that. Let's do anything. 2, submit, and 6. Oh my god, it's gonna work. It did work. Thank God. Alright, we should have kept the else if. We should have kept the else if from the get-go. But we got cold feet, changed it up, trying to nest it, get all clever. But that's what it was. EML was right. EML was right. Okay, so if, guess, our number, play again, else if. Oh, and guess is greater than 3. I figured that was another good one. I was thinking of changing it. I wasn't sure if equal, if it should be greater than or equal to 3, or if it should just be greater than. My other concern is when we go and change it. Aha! Watch this. Watch this. Because it's a simple fix. This is what I wanted to do. I was concerned about it, but now after dealing with the project for like 6 days. Limit. Ta-da! Limit currently equals 3. Because we can change the limit in the future. Because I didn't want to hard code anything. Yeah, look at that. Limit. Oh my god. It's starting to slowly... The dots are slowly connecting, ladies and gentlemen. Fascinating. Look at that. Good times, good times. And I guess... what should we do? Should I do... What's it called? Greater than or equal to. Guess is greater than 3, or guess is greater than or equal to 3. Align it to the center. Yeah, Zero Love, you're right. Although, and yet again, this is like when you noticed, what's it called? That we should have had the 3 pronouns. I should just align it tonight, but I think I'm gonna push it till tomorrow. It'll just be another nightmare for tomorrow. So, but yes, that means tomorrow's your love. You can call it and say, damn you, Steven, you should have aligned it last night, and I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, we've been staring at it. It's the block, it's the display block that is causing all of this nonsense to shift. But we'll tackle that tomorrow. Okay, so... what are we doing? Oh, we never dealt with the correct operator. So, oh, did I break something? I see yammering in the chat. Line of center, not should be equal to 3 and disallow the player from guessing more than 3 times. If guess is equal to 4, then it skips the else if entirely. Exactly, but it will never be 4 unless the player inspect element submits a 4th guess. Wait, unless, and since it's only changing the text, you can't skip 3. By the 3rd guess, it changes the text. What's the point of changing it twice? PDX Inc. equals limit, not greater than limit. Oh, equals limit, not greater than. Right. Well, this is sort of a... we can do in between instead of greater than or just equals. Greater than and equals is right in the middle, and that's initially what I was kind of thinking of doing a couple... God, well now it's a couple days ago. As basic as this is morphed from a giant monstrosity to a smaller nightmare and then back again, and it's been now whittled down to this after, what, 3 days? So, I think greater than or equal to is decent. So yeah. Because then that means, what if they did do 4 guesses and whatnot, and limit can be changed now, it can be updated. Because right now, I'm only guessing through, 1 to 10, versus the example is still 3 guesses from 1 to 100, but, you know, if we ever change it to 1 to 1,000, we can give them 5 guesses or something like that. Or easy mode, 5 guesses for 1 through 10. We can skew, maybe we can do like a ratio limit for difficulty level. Yeah, easy can be like 50% of whatever the number range is to guesses, and then we can do it that way. Okay, alright, Zero Love is right. Commit and push. Alright, wait, Topher, because it may change elsewhere in the code on another guess. All I'm saying is that it's safer to change the text if it is over the maximum number of guesses, not just when it equals max guesses. Alright, cool. And that'd be similar to setting it equals 4. Or, equals whatever, right? Something. So, man save. One more test. That it survived. Let's do 3, submit, 5, submit, and 7. Boom, play again, and we'll do it once more. Then we can set up the button events tomorrow, the on-click, and all that goodness. Let's do 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Try again. Beautiful. Fantastic. Everything's been saved. Everything's functional. Should we push it to GitHub? Should we do that? Do we need to be that guy? Do I want to be that guy? Eesh. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. I want to do that. It sounds difficult and scary. Do I do upload? Or create new? Diesel always be that guy. Do it. What do I... Guys, I'm nervous. What do I click again? How do I do a new update? Is it this one? New pull request? You didn't even commit and put yesterday. That's because I had to to stop the bleeding. track 3 years of change and push all of them one day before the release of software. uh, go to your GitHub PC client. Okay, desktop client. Good, good, good. Fire that up. Right. Is it hiding? So weird. GitHub. Why is it only in our download? Be an application, but whatever. There's that. How does it look? Over here. OBS. There we go. Nice. Okay. Dee. So, now what do I do? Fetch origin? Do I have to drag and drop all 3 again? Oh no, I find them in the repository. I bring in all 3 and then I push it, right? Yeah. I bring in all 3. Open this repository. Open all 3. Copy your current files, replace it, and then do the push. Yeah, good, good, good. Yeah. Langley's a good egg. We should definitely follow whatever Langley says. At least Zero Love was paying attention to Langley. Here's this. Oh god, I didn't drag or drop. Oh god, oh god. Look at that, look at that. Wait, copy your current files and replace it with document GitHub client. Or GitHub BDX. Next time you work on your project, I guess you can work on documents GitHub. Oh, I can change. I should open it from my GitHub from that file path. Dead. Fascinating. Okay, that's what I should be doing. I kept just working in the one off my desktop. Anyways, so let me close out of that. Close and close. So change history. I don't know what to do. That's history. The binary file has changed. Can I update it? Oh, well, okay, so hold on. Wait, it's the same song and dance basically as last time because when I set it up, I dragged them over from the folder. So I'm gonna need to update them again. I'm gonna need to update them. Gosh. Of course I am. God damn it. Copy. Shift. Alright, let me drag over to here. An item named .css already exists. I want to replace, and I want to apply to all. Well, I'll do it one at a time. Replace, replace, and replace. Oh, okay. They've been updated. But now what do I do? Close. Oh, look at this. There's a blue dot. There's a blue dot next to changes. Ah, yes. Stuff happened. So now what do I do for, What do I do for the summary? I'm still doing number things. More changes? More updates. More updates. No, summary. Number. I'm guessing. Game? Sure, good enough. Copy and description. Number guessing game? I'm not sure. Okay. And then, good times. So, okay, hold on. Let me read through some of the stuff. Next time you work on the project, I guess work on that. Yeah, so I should pull from those files now. That would definitely make sense, because then it would show all the fun stuff that I did. So, it seriously needs a better interface, though. Terminal is more fun. Terminal is horrifying, but yes, it certainly looks a lot cooler. Yeah, until I start spitting errors. GUI obsessed, man. xcd.com. Manually replace it like last time. Zero Love was right. Don't use the GUI. Oh, I don't use GUI. Click on changes. Yes, we will. We're here at changes, so that's good catch up. Topher, this is so much slower than the command line. True, but I'm also at the helm, so, you know, that's like negative 35 points. And then Kimmel, didn't even say GUI. I said it needs a better interface. Know that, obviously. Okay. For your summary, try writing what you added today. And then I guess the update button. Overthinking. Did stuff. Right. Don't use GUI, so use the command line. Command line. Okay. Good. So summary. Did stuff is all that comes to mind. And description. Summary. JavaScript hell. JS. Updated JavaScript. Updated JavaScript. Okay, sure, good enough. And things. Description. If added. If else. If stuff. Here we go. And commit. Oh, description isn't needed? Well, next time. And commit. So, push origin. I should do this, right? This is what I didn't do last time. So I think if I click this. Wait. Let me look. Hold on. Here is OBS. So much going on. That's what I'm looking at, right? That's what I'm looking at right now. Let me go over to this. Let me hit push. Boom. It says hang on. Resolving details. That's good. Resolving is comforting. Okay, there we go. And let me check. Let me go back to OBS. Oh dear. Kill that. Boom. Does that look better? I should refresh it. And ta-da! A minute ago. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Good times. We did it. Oh, that was tragic. I mean, we made it out alive, so that's a plus. Oh, that is stressful. GitHub is tragic. Okay, let's land this bird. Let's end this nightmare. We can... Yeah, we don't need to worry about closing out of anything. Let's just jump over to OBS. Thank you again. Hey, Aqua! Yay, you're streaming while I'm awake. Oh, but unfortunately, I'm ending. It was a painful hour and 50 minutes. Well, an hour and 40. Nope, hour and 50 minutes and 1 second as of now. But you'll have the whole VOD to check out, so that's good. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream, especially those who assisted with tips, tricks, and whatever else. Today we had Topher and Emil and Leonardo, as well as we're getting there. Cecilectomy, yet again. Zero Love, of course, and we even had Aqua swing by. Good times. Wow, 4:44 a.m. for me. That is tragic. That is tragic. 10:45 a.m. That sounds so much more reasonable. It is currently 1:46 a.m. for Steven, and we've completely lost all of our sanity. So we are definitely ending the stream. Day 282 comes to an end, but the adventure continues tomorrow with day 283 of the Year of Streaming and Learning to Code. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.